All right, guys, so just got done with check-ins. They went real smooth, a lot better than yesterday's athletes meeting. Spray tan went good. This is actually the first time I've gotten spray tanned at the venue. I'm actually used to putting on my own tan with the Dream Tan, but a lot of the organizations and venues have banned Dream Tan, unfortunately, which is my favorite kind of tan. It gives a good sheen, and you kind of look like a statue when you put Dream Tan on. This tan is definitely darker and a lot drier. Dream Tan more as an oil base. This is like just, you probably can't tell, but my hand literally looks like just like charcoal burnt, but extremely dry. And obviously being really conditioned like I am helps with the sweating and stuff like that as well. And it's beautiful out here, guys. It's probably in the upper 60s, maybe 70 degrees right now. Beautiful day, fall day here in Florida. But it's 11 o'clock right now. I've already had 350 carbs. Had soft baked pretzels for breakfast. Then I had a bag of rice cakes on the drive here. And then I just ate a few Nutri-Grain bars and some Kashi bars. So pretty much right now what's happening is they're getting started with the girls, I think, and then the pros, and then the amateurs. I'm technically a classic physique amateur, so I'll be going on probably, I would say at least another hour or two, depending on how fast they do the comparisons for the girls. But honestly, guys, there's not a lot of competition here. I was expecting at least, in my eyes, I thought 3 to 5 guys per class, and I might be the only guy in my actual men's open class for my weight. I definitely know there's not more than 2 of us, if there is. I've seen a masters classic physique competitor. There's definitely a lot of men's physique competitors. It's just a lot different than how natural bodybuilding was back 5 years ago when I competed. I feel like natural bodybuilding was at its peak in 2011 to 2013 when I had just started competing, and now I feel like there's a lot more, these shows are more bikini oriented based. I almost feel like they're bikini shows. There's a lot of bikini girls outnumbering the guys by a landslide. I would say for every guy there's 4 or 5 girls in there, which is great if you're, if you like bikini shows. But I'm a bodybuilder. I came here to compete. I don't like standing on stage by myself and collecting a trophy. That's not how I roll, guys. My favorite show, honestly, was my first contest I ever did, because I went up against 19 guys in the men's novice class back in 2011. And I really had to grind through the comparisons to get that second place finish. And that's just how I am, but I could go on for days with stories about bodybuilding. But here I am, tanned, probably looking a lot different to you guys than I normally do. I'm just so damn depleted. Yesterday was an experience in itself. Coming down here, went to the springs earlier in the day for a few hours, was freezing, weighed 175 at Publix a few hours before athletes meeting, which is the lightest I've been. Then when I ended up getting to the athletes meeting with only a protein bar in me and some water and some Coke Zero, on their scale I weighed 172. That's the lightest I've been, guys, in probably 5 years, since 2013 when I started my reverse diet. So am I leaner? I feel leaner. I took some photos last night after when I got back home, and I can see definitely more detail and graininess in my physique. I feel bigger in certain areas and kind of the same in others. I feel like my legs are bigger. I brought my back density. My chest just looks more stride. It doesn't really look bigger. My arms are probably the same size, but they look a lot more grainy. Just getting that muscle maturity with 16 years of training underneath my belt. But regardless, I'm bringing the best package, in my opinion, I've ever brought to a stage for this show, regardless if there's no one to compete against. I know I brought my best. I've been grinding hard these past 2 weeks, guys, since that last update video. So much that I didn't even have time to film any workouts, really. I just had time to work, eat, train, sleep, hang out with my family, and repeat that, and hit up the river a few times for some meditation and cardio and some sends. But yeah, I'm 5 minutes into this video, so I'm gonna wrap things up. I'm gonna have B-Rod hopefully be able to film this prejudging. There is no recording allowed in there, but we'll try to sneak something in for you guys because I spent a good pretty penny to come here and to compete, so I gotta get that footage for y'all. And like I said, I'm doing things a little different this show. I haven't really vlogged like this in a long time, and happy to be talking to you guys, so stay tuned. And yeah, the return of the aesthetics is happening here at the Ritz, baby. Let's go.
Quarter turn to your right. Side chest.
Don't stop.
Relax. Have your face forward. Hands on head, abs and thighs. And relax. Favorite classic physique pose?
Let's go, bro.
Are you close enough?
No.
Can you get closer?
Yeah,
Run
try.
up
What do you
there.
think our
Yeah, I might
rankings
as
are
well.
gonna be?
147.
Great job, gentlemen. Keep tapping in.
Not sure if Florida or New Orleans, people. All right, guys, the Beast is back here with another vlog after the world's shortest prejudging. I think I made a video 2 years ago when I did the NPC Prestige Crystal Cup, talking about how I probably had the world's shortest prejudging, and I think I'm positive on this one because I think this one was less than 1 minute and 20 seconds. I can go back and look on the camera film here. Big shout out to my brother B-Rod for coming out and trying to film that. The lighting in that auditorium is very, very hard, especially with this kind of a camera. The zoom in with the front 2 rows being non-accessible, it's very difficult to capture really good quality video. So he's gonna try out my iPhone later for the finals because he said people in the crowd filming with the iPhone seem to have better quality videos coming up instead of their cameras. Yeah, I ended up only versing 2 guys. They both could have been my father. One gentleman was in his late 40s and the other guy was in his early 50s. 2 great gentlemen, both served this country. So my hat's off to them. Thank you. If you guys are watching my video, thanks for your service. I really do appreciate it. You guys fight for what we can do here on the stage and have that. So I appreciate that. And they were just 2 cool dudes in general. I got to talk to them and hear a little bit about both their stories backstage. But unfortunately, with only 2 competitors, I will not be able to get my pro card. By the looks of it, I'm gonna win my class out of those 3. But you never know. I'm not saying I for sure got in the bag, but they themselves even said it's pretty much just a battle for second between them 2, and they were just boasting me up backstage saying I was pretty much not getting touched by anybody. So so that's always good to hear. I try to stay humble as I can, guys, backstage. I don't really like to show off. I kind of always stay like this until the last minute. And yeah, I just enjoyed the whole journey of this as usual, man. It's all about the journey, man. If you don't like the journey, getting really lean and just, you know, appreciating life day to day throughout contest prep, and then you go and compete and you don't place the way you don't, or you don't get that pro card because, you know, not enough people showed up in your class, you're not gonna have a good time. And that's what really makes me enjoy these shows, guys, is having the good time, meeting great people like these 2 gentlemen that I share the stage with today, and just making new friends. And you know, the feeling of stepping on stage is definitely a very unique, special feeling. Only very few people can say they've done it and experience it. And if you're into lifting weights and you know you want to be competitive against other athletes, I think it's a great great thing for everyone to do, especially naturally. You know, the NGA is, in my opinion, the greatest natural bodybuilding organization. They're the longest running, and I believe they have the fairest judging. So, you know, if you're a natural bodybuilder and you're looking to compete, go, you know, look up NGA around your area and check them out. You know, look up a show. You know, give yourself a decent amount of time to get lean. And I'll tell you this, it's all about conditioning, guys. Don't play the size game. All these guys backstage think I'm weighing 190, 200 pounds, and I weighed in lighter at weigh-ins yesterday than I've weighed since 2013. I weighed 172. Granted, I probably pushed out a few pounds of water, and today I'm probably in the upper 170s, but I'm telling you, it's all about conditioning. If you're not conditioned, you're not gonna pop on stage. You might look good in the gym, you might look good in Instagram photos, but when you're truly under 6% body fat and you got striations everywhere, veins popping, your waist is tight, I'm telling you, that's a special look that makes you really shine on stage. And that's what I like to bring. I bring conditioning over everything. That's how I plan for these shows, guys. I had other shows in mind that I just wasn't conditioned enough, and I just didn't do them, but I did this one. So, but on that note, guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you at the finals.
Devin Palombo, he's from Hudson, 28. He trains at Lift More Fitness, personal trainer. He wants you to know, I want to thank my family and friends for their love and support, and the Lord God for the strength He has given me. Give it up for Devin!
Go, Devin! What another great, beautiful fall day here in Florida, guys. Ugh. As usual, post competition vlog. Well overdue. It's the day after the show, guys. I'm exhausted. I ended up winning the overall for Men's Open Classic Physique at the 2018 NGA Fall Classic in Sanford, Florida. Didn't have a lot of competition. We had only 3 guys total, including myself, in my class. I mentioned them earlier in my other vlog. 2 great gentlemen, now that I call my friends. And had a blast just chilling with those guys backstage. It was probably one of my best, if not best experience I've had at a show. And the show went pretty smoothly. There were some delays, but you know, that is to be expected sometimes at these shows. They are really hard to put on and run smoothly, especially with a lot of competitors and whatnot, a lot of divisions, and a lot of organization that is going on behind the scenes that a lot of people just don't realize. And it's no easy task to put on a smooth running, fluent show. So I just want to thank Rick, the promoter of the show, for hosting it. And I honestly think it was a great show, guys. I wish they would have not cut my music and my posing routine short, but you know, I can't complain. I've had shows where they didn't even play my music and I did classic poses to R&B. So but yeah, I won the overall for the Men's Open Classic Physique and the Men's Classic Physique division in general, because there was multiple classes. There was the Open, Novice, and Masters class. And yeah, so what do I do from here? Since I did not get my pro card, that was the main goal for the show. Obviously, I'm not really too disappointed that I didn't get my pro card. There needed to be 5 guys in my class to be eligible to win a pro card. So I might be doing another bodybuilding show and competing classic physique again for the NGA. There's a show down in Fort Lauderdale in 3 weeks, and now that I got my NGA card back and I paid for my polygraph, it is now eligible for the next month. So I wouldn't have to take a polygraph again, and I wouldn't have to pay for an NGA card. So theoretically, the show would be a lot cheaper for me. So I'm thinking about doing that show and you know, giving it one more run. Not only because I want a pro card, but you know, stepping on stage yesterday lit a spark in me again competing. I haven't had a show where I enjoyed myself that much in a very, very long time, probably since 2013. So long time. And you know, I got that bug now again to where I want to step back on stage, especially you know, maybe peak again better. I think I was a little flat in the morning due to the circumstances the day before, not drinking enough water, not eating enough carbs, doing activities that, you know, pushed out water in my body. But overall, I felt really good about how I looked on stage. I was a little crampy feeling due to being dehydrated slightly, because I'm used to drinking easily 3 gallons of liquid a day, and I probably that day before only had about 1.5 gallons. And I know that might sound crazy to a lot of you guys, saying, you know, 1.5 gallons of liquid, that's a lot. But when you go from drinking 3 gallons, limiting your water intake, or not even limiting, I just did it on accident because of the traveling and just not being prepared with more hydration on me, and thinking there was gonna be water fountains at the athletes check-ins and whatnot. There was not even a convenience store anywhere near. So when I was at the meeting, I was just sitting there pretty much with the 1 bottle of Gatorade that I finished, and then I just sat there for hours waiting to take my polygraph and then to get tanned. And then at that point, since I was driving home that night, I didn't want to stop, so I just pretty much coasted throughout the night on a bottle of Gatorade. And then when I got home, that's when I started carbing up, drinking fluids. But at that point, I was exhausted, so I just went to bed. And it's just one of those things, guys. To peak perfectly is so hard to do, especially if you're natural, in my opinion. I think it's easier for guys who are enhanced. That's just my 2 cents, because they're just so much more anabolic. Being natural, if you don't have water timing properly, carbs flowing through you, a good pump, it's just hard in general, man. Natural bodybuilding is definitely, it's unique because it's a science. And a lot of these internet experts, these trolls who've never stepped on stage, who just sit there and comment about this guy's physique and how this guy came in off and how this guy wasn't lean enough. You know, you guys, if you guys just even could diet down to single digit body fat percentages and you know, prep for a show, I think you would have a lot different of a mindset. I don't think you would be talking so much smack on the internet like a lot of you guys do. It definitely takes high caliber of respect to understand this. I mean, you can't you can't really put your 2 cents in on something you haven't done before yet, in my opinion. It shows that you're ignorant, and it shows just how immature you guys are, who, you know, just like to sit back on your keyboards and hate on people, regardless if it's me, my friends, other competitors, you know, to try to not be positive. To me, it's just, I don't know. I'm getting older now and wiser, and with time and age, I feel like I'm understanding that life is all about being positive, and you want to surround yourself with positivity, and you want to get out negativity out of your life. And you know, people who talk negative about other people, or, you know, like I said, chime in on someone how they didn't look good at a show, you know, usually those are the kind of people that have their own personal problems and are taking it out for that reason. or they just have too much time on their hands, guys. I don't know. I don't, you know, even if I was a negative person, with how busy I am in general, not to say I would have liked to be a negative person, but just a waste of time, guys. You know, put your time into something positive. Go help somebody. Go, you know, work on yourself. You know, but I can ramble about this kind of stuff for hours. Because I don't want to say it bothers me, but it bothers me because it hurts other people, honestly. And I think we live in a world with too much hate, too much negativity. Everyone should be more positive and you know, try to help others, try to support others more, regardless if it's bodybuilding. It could be anything, guys. It could be just, you know, telling someone, hey, how's your day? You know, it can make the world of a difference. Or, you know, opening a door for somebody, you know, just small things like that. But like I said, I could talk about this kind of stuff forever to you guys. So I just wanted to let you guys know how the show went, post-show. It was hard to film in there, but it is what it is. That's how bodybuilding shows are. They really make it strict. So hopefully I can get some photos of the competition from the professional photographer and post them up. But I'm gonna go send it at the river now and celebrate with my family and friends. So I will see you guys there maybe. Deuces.